and web analytics as well. And today the topic is on web analytics. She is PhD in electrical engineering from uh, Florida Atlantic University. She's bachelor's degree from Pune University way back in 1996, long back. And she has a lot of intellectual contributions via research papers in journals, in international journals of repute and conferences. The stage is yours, Dr. Bhati. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Gaurav, for the introduction, and thank you for inviting me to give this lecture, guest lecture. So, yes, definitely, guys. To all of you, I have been teaching business analytics for the last 5 years in to undergrad and mostly grad students. So I teach very probably just one class in undergrad, and then all of my other students are all graduate students. They are all MBAs, professional MBA, online MBA, executive MBA. So all those different types of MBA students. And I've been with Florida Atlantic University for the last 6 years. Before that, after I completed my PhD, I actually got postdoc position in University of Miami. So I did 2 years of postdoc research in University of Miami on biomedical analytics. So that involved spinal cord injured patients to recording their EEG signals and then using those EEG signals, performing analytics, especially clustering type of algorithms on them, and then helping in creating a interface which makes their hands and legs move. So that gave me a great love for analytics, and I started moving towards that. So I'm going to share my slides, my PowerPoint now, so everyone can see. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So everyone can see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I have the chat open. So throughout the lecture, if you guys want to have any questions, feel free to type it on the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask me, and I'll also take any questions in the end too. Okay. So yes, that's my introduction right there. I actually put a couple of slides for an intro to business analytics first, because I always start my lecture explaining. Many times the students are confused as to what is analytics. They're like, what is business analytics? It's like, is this business analytics or is that business analytics? So I just put together the three components of business analytics. So we are in this world where we need to not just look at how our company is performing, that is how a company is getting sales, what sales the company is doing. That's what traditionally was happening. How much money is the company making? What are our customers? And are we on track? That's it. Now we are in this agile world, which is dynamic world, which is changing, where data is changing, and you need to be in competition with your competitors. So if you don't perform analytics, you will not know for a company or an organization as to what else is happening with the data. Like, you will not know who are your top 5 customers, which are the regions that you are selling to, or which are the regions that you are marketing. You will not know the hidden insights or the hidden findings that you actually want to retrieve from the data. So that is the reason why analytics is becoming so popular these days. Okay, so especially analytics is the base of artificial intelligence. The world is moving towards artificial intelligence. All the tools are changing. We are no longer just using Excel. There was a time when we were just nobody knew anything but Excel. I mean, even now people don't want to change from Excel, but Excel cannot handle the big data, the amount of data that is being calculated, that is being accumulated by all our computers here, all our company servers. Okay, so that is why we need to understand analytics, business analytics, data science. All of this is the future for the next. This is the base for artificial intelligence. So under business analytics, there are three components. There is descriptive analytics. First of all, we need to find out what has happened and what is happening with the data. This descriptive analytics actually describes the data. So this has been conducted for the last few years, and maybe traditionally everybody has been doing reporting that falls under descriptive analytics. Everybody, companies have been doing scorecards. Then there is data warehousing, which actually is the enabler for descriptive analytics. All your data is stored in data warehouses, right? So data warehouse is the physical repository of data, not a logical repository of data. And then now comes the concept of dashboards. This is what the companies are requiring. They don't want to go through pages and pages of reports to look at what are the results. The management wants at a glance data. They want it right there in front of the screen, right on one page, and interactive data. So they hover over it, you hover over it, and it gives you answers right there. Okay, and that is called dashboards, which are becoming very, very popular. So there will be a time where they will not hire anyone if they don't know how to create simple dashboards, and it's coming. So that is why the need for getting those tools like Tableau, Power BI, these are great tools. I'm sure like you guys must be using those in business analytics, Tableau and Power BI, but those are the great tools to use for dashboard building. After you know what is happening with your data, then now you need to know the future. Can you predict? Can you form predictions on what will happen in future years? Or can you find out which is your strongest variable in the data? Supposing your data has input variables, right? There are some inputs which are affecting the outcome sales. So let's say your outcome is sales, okay, or profit is the outcome. There are some variables that will affect the outcome, some inputs. Now you want to find out which is my strongest variable. So supposing you have a real estate data set in front of you, a property data set where you have house property values, which is your outcome, and your inputs are lot square feet, the total covered area of the house, number of bathrooms, number of bedrooms. Those are in different variables that can affect the property value of the house. But out of those variables, which one is the most important that you need to concentrate on? How would you know? You will know only if you perform predictive analytics and use algorithms where you perform machine learning and you learn about the data, where the machine learns about the data. And once the machine learns about the data, then it uses that relationship of how many bedrooms or how many bathrooms or how much the lot square feet is affecting the output. It learns the relationship and then applies it for predicting property value of other houses. You see that? So there are sequence of steps that need to be learned in predictive analytics. And predictive analytics includes data mining, machine learning. Data mining is machine learning. Text mining. If you want to look at customer feedback, and then you want to see sentiment analysis. That is, if you want to see how many hate words, how many positive words, are my customers actually giving me more positive feedback or negative feedback? If there is positive feedback, what intensity of positive feedback is it? That means you look at the customer feedback, and then you pull out the negative words, you pull out the positive words, okay? And that is what is text mining, that looking for the text, the relevant text. Then there is web mining. Like similarly, instead of just dealing with data sets, you could be dealing with web information or website data. Okay, so that is web mining. And then there is forecasting, which has been going on for a long time, traditional way of forecasting data. That is also predictive, falls under predictive analytics. Once you know what has happened or what has happened with the data, what will happen, next comes prescriptive analytics, such as what are you going to do? What should you do to your data? How do you optimize those variables? Let's say you found out that the lot square feet of the house is the most important variable that is affecting the property value of the house. Okay, now how do you optimize that to get the maximum value out, okay, for the property? That falls under optimization, simulation, decision modeling. That is what prescriptive analytics is. So every company, guys, every company looks for someone who can perform all three of them. Now, they might ask you to work mostly on dashboards, like creating the dashboards for them and building visualizations, okay, building the graph. Visualization is a graph or a chart, which is now called visualizations, using the big data tools. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the big data also. And then they also want someone to perform machine learning. You take the data out of their data warehouse, take the data out of databases, perform data mining on it, machine learning on it, and then if needed, perform prescriptive analytics on it. Okay, but most of the time goes in these days. And if you are that one person, if you're learning business analytics, you should be able to do all of these, and you will be at that level that people will want you in the company, because nowadays they are hiring students, they are hiring entry-level data analysts, they are hiring business analysts. MBA degree with business analytics concentration is what they really love, and they are looking forward to hiring people like those. Any questions so far? Okay, now I want to talk about the taxonomy of data. So I wanted to show you guys what is the data that we are dealing with, right? Everyone knows, right? Everyone is dealing with so much social media right now, right? So we are no longer in a world where we have structured data only. So there was a time 5 years back or 6 years back, when social media was very milder. It was not that strong and not that popular. And 10 years back, we had only structured data. Like when I did my college, that was like long back in 1996. That time we did not even have I still remember I was in my first year of college, and I did a presentation of what is an email, and I was telling my class students that email is electronic mail, and that's how I started. And now I can't even imagine the level, the place that we are in, right? So it's moving really fast. So we had structured data, which is in table form. So what is structured data? Structured data is data in table form. You have columns, you have the data in rows, You're identifying related information and putting it, just like Excel data. Your Excel data is structured data. Out of the structured data, you could have two types of data, which is categorical data. That means data which is in categories, and data which is continuous numerical. That means all the dollar values, all the rupees values, they are numerical, continuous numerical data. You can also have height, weight, any other dimensions could be continuous numerical data. But now we are dealing with unstructured data because of social media, because of all these online e-commerce that is booming. You are collecting, the companies are collecting a lot of unstructured data, that is text, multimedia, XML, images, audio, video files. You see now, so the problem starts. We don't have tools that can handle both of them, right? So that's where the business intelligence tools, or the tools, have been developed to handle both of these type of data. There has been change in databases where you are now using Amazon Cloud. You guys have heard about Amazon Cloud, right? So there is AWS services, Amazon Web Services, that handles all this type of data, and the companies are renting that service. And instead of creating a database of their own, they are actually using Amazon Web Services and storing their data, their company information, over to that cloud service, okay, that can handle all of this data. So this part I wanted to show you guys the size of the data that we are in. So everyone knows kilobytes. Kilobytes is 1000 bytes. So does anyone know what is a byte? You can type on the chat window.
The smallest unit of data?
Yes, smallest unit of no, the byte is not the smallest unit of data. So there is another one.
That's bit and nibble, I believe.
Yes, bit. So that is the binary digit, right? So I'm trying to open my Excel here. Yes, Rhythm, that is correct. So 1 byte is 8 binary digits. So, okay, so I'm just trying to open Excel. It's just clocking. That's okay. So 1 byte is equal to 8 binary digits, which is correct. Let me see if it opened. Okay, it opened here. One byte is equal to 8 bits, which is binary digit. Okay, what is a binary digit? Binary digit is a combination of zeros or ones. A combination of 0, 1, 0, any combination there. Okay.
Your Excel is not visible.
Oh, you cannot see it? Okay, sorry. So let me just hold on. Let me stop sharing. And I'll share again. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Thanks. So you see this is the binary digit, right? Zeros and ones. The machine, what is a machine, guys? What is a machine? When we say machine learning, what is a machine? Machine is nothing but your computers, your laptops, your desktops, your servers, your microprocessors. You heard about microprocessor? Microprocessor are those chips that are going inside the machines. If you try to break up your laptop, and you must have seen those little chips, right? So those are the microprocessors, and those are also becoming very, very tiny now. So the central processing unit of the computer, the storage of the computer, all that is part of the machine. So when we are saying machine learning, that means we are making the computers, we are making these microprocessors learn about our data. So the machine does not understand Java, does not understand C++, C#, Python, none of those languages. What does the computer understand? Only language of zeros and ones. This is called machine language. So whatever we are typing, whatever we are entering the language, that is for us. Okay, then the compiler converts it into zeros and ones. So when you look at the zeros, and you don't even see those, right? But behind the scene, that's how all of our data sets are being stored, all of our coding is being converted into. That is why we call it machine language. So everything is in terms of binary digits. So 1 byte is 8 bits. That means a combination of the binary digits. Okay, so even your A, B, C, every letter gets converted into binary digits. So what I was coming to now is, let me stop sharing and share my PowerPoint now. Is this slide. In this slide now, think about the size of the data. You have 1 kilobyte, which is 10 to the power 3, that is 1000 bytes. That means 1000 times 8 bits, right? That much data. Then there's megabyte, gigabyte. Now, when I was doing my PhD, that was in 2014, and that time I was learning that big data, if your company it has accumulated terabytes of data, that means that is 1000 gigabytes. That means you have reached the big data level. Then your company is being called as, okay, big data company. But not anymore. Terabytes is nothing these days. You guys can get those flash drives, the little flash drives and hard drives, and you can have terabytes of data, of your own personal data, right? So now we are into zettabytes. This is where our companies have reached over the years. That means that is 1000 exabytes. Look at 10 to the power of 21 zeros. So you just add 1 and 21 zeros times 8. So think about how much data is being accumulated on the servers. And this will just keep increasing. We have yottabyte coming, there is brontobyte, there is gigabyte, and so on. It'll just keep increasing every year. So we need tools which can handle this big data now. Okay, and that is what we are heading into, and that is why we need analytics becomes even more important now. Another thing I want to explain about big data is it's not just the size. I mean, you could have junk. You could have a whole lot of nonsense data, and you have reached, let's say, petabyte, and you might say, oh, I'm a big data company. No. We are not counting junk here. You have to clean up, see your useful data, and then see how big that size of the useful data is. So there's a lot of cleanup processing that needs to be done in order to reach that big data level of sizes. Okay, now I get into web analytics. So web analytics is performing analytics on the website. If you are a website owner, which normally nowadays you have a lot of e-commerce, right? So every website owner needs to know what is happening on their website. How many people are even coming to the website? The website owner actually put up this website. They launched this website with 10 pages on it. There is a home page, there is a second page there is another page of showing products, then there is a newsletter page, and so on, right? But who is coming? Because all they cannot see which people are coming or how many are coming. Is there anyone even looking at their pages? Is there anyone who is coming from which type of sources? Where are the people who are coming more female or male? Are the people who are coming to their website of different age groups? Are the people who are coming to their website coming from their mobile phones, or are they coming from their desktops? Are the people who are coming to the website using coming from another website to their website, or are they coming by typing Google, or are they coming by typing direct search? You see, so many questions the website owner can never find out till the website owner performs web analytics. And that is the importance of web analytics. So we are going to go through the web analytics basics, the key metrics with definition. What is a metric? Metric is a field that is actually measuring your data, and that's called metrics. So you need to know what are the key metrics that need to be collected, that need to be recorded, okay, to measure the website data. What is web analytics 2.0? What are the 5 pillars of web analytics? What are the benefits? And then we'll go to Google Analytics. Google Analytics, Google has this tool called Google Analytics. I'm sure like you guys have heard about it, right? So is there anyone who uses Google Analytics? Have you guys have heard about Sheena? Okay, Sheena, yes, Sheena, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am, I use it for my work purpose.
Okay, great. So you're using it for your work. That's good. So all those who have never used it, this will be a great experience. Okay. What I'll go through, I'll show you also how to get an access to Google Analytics, and you can also practice. So let's look at, so what I was going to say is that Google has launched this analytical tool which you can attach to your website, okay, and then it starts gathering information from the web browser, okay. So it is a very powerful tool, and it is one of the best web analytics tool. Web analytics cannot be performed without an analytical tool. You have to have that analytical tool which can give you the power of looking into the metrics, okay, and creating reports. There are a lot of web analytics tools now. Every semester that I'm actually giving, I have a class on web analytics which I'm teaching every semester. So all this material is actually from that class. So every semester I'm teaching this, I see many more tools come up. Smaller tools, Clicky, Woopra, Crazy Egg, Open Tracker. There are just so many tools that are coming up which can let you perform web analytics. But no one is as close to Google Analytics. No, none of the tools. There is another one coming up, Oribi, and that one claims to be better than Google Analytics. I still have to try it, but how easily you can use Google Analytics and how easily it lets you create reports and dashboard is amazing. Okay, so what is web analytics? Web analytics is what? Collection, measurement, and reporting of the website data. So first of all, these are very, very important words. You have to collect data and then measure it and report it. Collection is the main process here. So who will collect this data? Who will collect the website data is the analytical tool. The analytics tool attaches to your website and starts collecting. Then measuring it in form of metrics, reporting, and then analyzing. Process of analyzing behavior of visitor, that is web analytics. Part of customer relationship management, using quantitative and qualitative website data. So your quantitative will be the fields, right? All the numerical, the amount, the quantity of that data, and qualitative will be the concept and the different types of field quality that you get there. What are the different types of metrics that you can use? The most common data source is clickstream. So this you can say that clickstream is the brain behind web analytics. If clickstream is not there, you do not have web analytics. You cannot perform web analytics. What is clickstream? Clickstream is the mouse clicks made by visitor on a website. When someone goes to a website, okay, let's say I'm on this website, right? If I'm on this website and then I'm just clicking anywhere, right? And if the moment I click on anything, okay, that is being recorded by the analytical tool. Okay, so the click stream is series of mouse clicks made by visitor. Those are recorded. These are the common tools that I mentioned. We're going to look at an example of what is clickstream. Now, why do we need web analytics? That is measurement of important information of sales, conversions. So what is a conversion? Here is the thing. When you're performing web analytics, you're actually trying to identify how many conversions are there. Okay, that means how many purchases were made, how many people signed up on the newsletter. If you have a non-transactional website or a social media blog, then obviously nobody is purchasing anything. So your conversion is how many people actually signed up, how many people are hitting that contact us page. All of those can be conversions, and I'll show you some examples. Identify the incoming traffic. Understand what are the social channels, meaning what are the social media that is sending traffic over to you. Now you guys must have seen nowadays social media, see, like around 4 or 5 years back, when you used to go to Facebook, Twitter, all these, you never saw advertisements coming up, right? It only had your personal data and that's it. Now if you search for something on Google, let's say you search for a type of clothes, okay, then immediately if you try to go to Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, any of those, you will start seeing ads about what you just searched. And then you must be wondering what's going on. It's like, I just searched for it. Okay, so there is a business behind the scene where whatever you are searching on Google has business with all of these social media websites. Actually, it's the other way around. So the social media websites are doing businesses with Google, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, all of these different types of search engines, where they want them to actually pick up the keyword. So what the person is searching becomes a keyword, and using that keyword, it is displaying ads, okay, on Facebook and all of the other places. For the companies are paying Facebook, okay, or Google to display their ads. And then how does Facebook display ads? It's getting it from Google search, Yahoo search, and all those other keywords. So it's all connected business or digital marketing, or actually the the web analytics part also going on. Okay, that's how it's being tied. So the social channels, meaning what are the channels that your visitors are coming from, what are the different social media channels. Then tailor your website's content, make it more appealing. What do you get out of web analytics? Why do you need to perform web analytics? Is you need to find out what is that website page where you are getting the least number of visitors. The website owner would like to know that, oh, I created this landing page, but no one, I'm getting like very few visitors on my landing page. Oh, that's how I find out, because of that person did web analytics on it. Okay, so once they find out, what can they do to the landing page? They can make it more appealing, right? They can make it more attractive, that page, right? They can go to their IT team and then tell them that we are getting very few visitors. Is there any broken link? Let's say our payment page is not working. Why is it not working? Right? So then they can dig into and find out. But if nobody did analytics to find, then there will be no changes. So now we come to very important part of web analytics, that is key metrics. What are the metrics that are used to perform web analytics? These metrics you will see and hear about them in different tools. So one is called HIT, okay, also called page hit. So if anybody is coming to your website, okay, it's recorded as a hit. Then if that visitor is a new visitor, then it's called new visitor. So all those visitors who have reached the website the first time. Okay, so how does the analytical tool know? What do you think? Can anyone guess? How does the analytical tool, maybe Sheena might be knowing because she works on Google Analytics, but how do you think the analytical tool will know if this is a new visitor or this is a returning visitor?
Well, through IP?
Yes, that is correct. From IP address.
IP address, right?
Yeah. So once it knows that, it records your machine's IP address, and then now if you're using the same IP address, it actually does a combination. So it looks at the IP address, the location, okay, and some other information from the browser, and confirms that this is the sign-in information also, because if you are using Google Analytics, you have to be signed in to Google. So your sign-in email ID, it uses that and confirms that this visitor is actually a new visitor or a returning visitor. So the website owner definitely wants to know how many people are returning back, right? So if the number of people who are returning is greater and it keeps increasing, that tells the website owner that, oh wow, that means my visitors are engaged to my website. They are getting interested in my products, right? Then there is unique visitor. That means distinct individuals who are visiting the website. So one visitor can visit the website 100 times a day. Now, if the website owner, say if you tell the website owner you had 1,000 visitors today on your website, 1,000 people looked at your website. Out of that, there were 2 people who looked at the website 200 times. That is defeating the purpose, right? The visitor, the website owner might think that, oh, I had 1,000 people. It's like, no, you didn't have 1,000 people. You probably just had 10 people who were looking at the website and they had many sessions open, right? So you want to know which are the unique visitors. That means count the visitor once. And that metrics will give you the more valid and distinct value. Number of visits, okay, that is all the total visits. It does not matter whether it's returning visitor or a new visitor, does not matter, okay. So next key metrics is page views per visit. How many pages are they looking at on the website per visit or average? Then organic search. That means how are these visitors coming from? Organic search means someone is typing Google and searching for that website. Someone is typing Yahoo, any of those search engines, and then coming to the website. That's called organic search. Okay. Page views, this is page views per visit. So this is page views. That means how did the visitor actually view the full page, or did the visitor come to the page and then just went to another page? So how many pages were viewed? Bounce rate is the most important metrics in web analytics because that tells us the percentage of visitors who came to a website to navigate and they quit. They quit the website after viewing only one page. So what happened on that landing page? Okay, what happened on that landing page that they never even wanted to go further? This is very important for the website owner because if their bounce rate is very, very high, this is alarming. That tells them something is wrong on their pages, or something, either it's broken link, or they are showing some negative comments, or they are showing some images which are not working, or on that landing page there is nothing except one term saying welcome or something, which is like, making the visitors just quit. Or the visitors are trying to click on some link and the page loading speed, the load speed is very, very slow. Okay, that could also be an issue, or that people just quit. So bounce rate, you have to catch the bounce rate. Then conversion. How many people are converting? How many are making a purchase? And how many are doing the other activities which are called conversions? So we are going to look at those. So the next is session. That is how many sessions are open. What is a session? Session is the when you launch a website and then you launch again and then you launch again. So it opens 3-4 sessions, right? You can open those different sessions, and now accidentally you clicked on it many times and it just launched like around 10-20 sessions, so that is a session. How many sessions are there? What is a click through? That is, you're clicking on the link and it's leading you from one link to another link. That's a click through. And the click through rate is the percentage of people who are accessing that link, okay, compared to the total number of people who came. Landing page is the first page you land on when you launch a website. All of these are important metrics that you will see. Then this is an example of a dashboard I wanted to show you. Here is the link. You can check out more examples. So on the Web Analytics dashboard, you will see each of these. You see each of these is called a widget. This is one widget, 2, 3. You see, these are all the widgets. So the users, what is this widget? What is this telling us? That for the time period, for this date range, they have a date range here. Let me see if they have a date range. They are not showing the date range, but for a particular date, oh, okay, they are saying this month right there. So that means for this current month, they had so many users. That means so many people came to the website, okay, which is a huge number, right? Then how many people actually came by what channel? That means 52K. Out of this, they actually had generic organic search were these, direct search was this. How many came from referral? Okay. How many came from branded paid search? How many people converted? The graph showing a cyclical behavior. How many were new versus returning visitors? Okay. How many were what was the goal conversion rate? What was the page views? As you can see, the page views is dropping it comes up, but then it drops. What are the top pages that they viewed? What is the bounce rate? Look at this. So if they say, oh, I'm getting so many visitors, okay, but look at this, the bounce rate is 75 almost 76%. That means 76% are bouncing off. That is not good. Okay, and if their landing page, so website owner would want to know, what is my landing page that they are bouncing off? So this is called a dashboard. Next we come to what is the paradigm of web analytics. There is a guru in web analytics. His name is Avinash Kaushik, and you can look it up, Avinash Kaushik. Okay, this person here. So he is the one who actually coined he coined web analytics 2.0. He has been working with Google as an evangelist. He has been working as a digital marketing specialist. He has given a lot of speeches. You can look him up on YouTube. He has podcasts. He has been working on web analytics for the last 20 years. Okay, so he has a book which is also available there online. You can check it out. It's called Web Analytics 2.0. So he is the one who has actually come up with a lot of concepts on web analytics. He started saying that clickstream is not enough, and he came up with Web Analytics 2.0 with all the companies. A lot of companies are following it. He's saying that we don't want to just believe in clickstream. We want to look at the 5 pillars of web analytics, that is multiple outcome analysis, experiment and testing your websites, voice of customer, competitive intelligence, and then you will get a lot of insights from your data. Okay, so you can also actually check out his concepts there. He also has a blog. You can check out the blog. It's called Occam's Razor by Avinash. And on Occam's Razor blog, he writes very interesting articles, and he's posting them related to web analytics. Okay, he talks about how experimentation and testing can be done, what are the most important KPIs, and there are just a lot of articles, so you can check this out. Okay. Were you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Because I thought when I switched from my slide, I wasn't sure. Okay, so what are the benefits of web analytics? You want to fix the problem before it's too late. You want to find out areas of improvement for the website owner. Okay, track performance, make your website star, reduce customer defection. All of these are actually benefits of web analytics. Look at this benefit: reduce shopping cart abandonment. Do you understand that term? What is shopping cart abandonment? Anyone?
It's all about like adding things in cart and moving back to the site, not doing purchase, the final purchase.
Yes, exactly. That is correct. So shopping, that means, why are people adding items in the cart? They already added. Now why are they abandoning the cart? Right? The website owner wants to know. Why suddenly the people quit? They never went to purchase anything. What happened? Did they try to purchase and the payment just took long time and now they are like, that's it? Or they went back to review and then they found that the cart is no longer, they don't like the items, or what was the reason, right? That is what the shopping cart abandonment is. If you perform web analytics, you can reduce that abandonment. So here on this slide, I'm showing what is a click stream. Okay, what is actually part of the click stream? There is a when the analytical tool gets attached, it will capture all of this data. It's a little blurry, but let me just zoom on it. Okay, so you will see the timestamp getting captured. You'll see the IP address. You'll see the location. This is USA location. The geocoded IP address. So what happens is that your location and your IP address gets translated. So it becomes like geocoded IP address. Now these analytical tools are not supposed to capture your exact street and your house number. All of that is a privacy issue, so they will never capture all that information. So what will be displayed will be your city, state, zip code, all of that could be displayed. Not even sometimes zip code, just say the country, right? That will be displayed. The website that you're on, you see the website, and then your ID, all of that will be displayed. That is why we say whenever the browser asks you save your password, I know for convenience you save the password, but it is not desired to save your passwords, because always remember your passwords will be there in the browser. Okay, and someone can easily hack the browser information because of so many cookies that are going around. Like you guys have seen those, right? Messages when you go to a website and the website tells you accept cookie, right? You guys have seen that happening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so when you the moment you accept that cookie, what is happening? The moment you accept a cookie, it's a JavaScript cookie is nothing but a JavaScript program which actually attaches to your web browser, and now it will track all your activity. So the website owners, when they're using these analytical tools, the analytical tools are actually enabling those cookies which are making the websites track the information. That is, where are you going on the website? What are you clicking? Is there any picture you're clicking? Which link you clicked? Did you scroll down? Did you scroll up? All that action of yours on the website is being captured. Okay, so it is okay. Sometimes they will force you to accept cookies, otherwise they will not show you information because they want to do analytics. It's okay with that, but just be careful on always deleting your cookies. You know how to do that, right? You go to internet option, and then you on your system you're going to go to internet option, and then just keep deleting the history of your browsing history, your cookies. It says delete temporary cookies, so delete that. That's a way of just cleaning up. Okay, so this is what the clickstream is. So web metrics for clickstream is similar what I just went through. There is time on page, there is time on site. This is new one. How much time the visitor spend on the page? What is the bounce rate? What is the exit rate? So there is a difference between bounce rate and exit rate. Okay, exit rate is exit rate is not bad. It's just telling you how many people actually entered and how many people actually exited to, whether they exited to another site or whether they exited to a different site there. Okay, so this is called the exit rate. In exit rate, you can track as to, did that person leave my website and go to my competitor's website? Did that happen? So that's all of that information you can track there. Next is conversion rate, okay, which we just talked about. Then there is degree of engagement, that is how many people are actually engaged on your website. How do you measure degree of engagement? There are different metrics that allows you to do that. There is page views, how many pages are being viewed, what is the page view duration, or what is the returning, how many are returning users. All of that measures how engaged the users are with your website. Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, so we're going to move on to Google Analytics now. So Google Analytics is a freemium web analytics service. Freemium meaning that they have a free version and then they have a premium version. So the free version, they allow you to use it. That is a strategy that a lot of companies are using. A lot of these tools are using. They give you free version and then they give you after you get the free version, they actually give you they make you hooked on to their website and then you sign up for it. Yes, Nirja, your question is difference between direct referral and organic. Yes, so I will actually explain that in Google Analytics. I'll show you what that is. Okay. So basically those are three different channels. So I'll talk about it there. So so what happened was there was a company called Urchin, which was a web statistics program, and they were doing this tracking and they were building these metrics and then calculating the data and then measuring it and then displaying it. Okay, so this company was taken over by Google, okay, in 2005. Then in 2011, they started building more on it and they came up with real-time analytics, that is capturing real-time data. In 2015, they came up with this suite. You see this suite, Google Analytics 360. It has analytics, it has the tag manager, it has optimization and attribution, all of the other. It has a data studio. I don't know how many of you use Google Data Studio, but that is a very good descriptive analytics tool. It lets you build dashboards and it's free. You can just transport your data set onto Google Data Studio. You can even take Google Analytics data and then move it onto Google Data Studio. Google Analytics cannot be performed on another website without permission or access. Now, obviously, there has to be a control, a restriction. You cannot just go and start performing Google Analytics on every website. Okay, so it cannot be done that. So how does Google Analytics get implemented? There is this JavaScript code. This is the tracking code. So the people who are web developers, it's better that they do this because you don't want to mess up the web pages. They know where the header of the page is. So you need to find the header of each page and then attach this code on every page of your website. So if there is a page where this is not attached, then that page will not be included in the tracking. Okay, so once this is attached, you just have to do it once and that's it. You can leave it there and Google Analytics will start tracking all your users. So on Google Analytics, there are 4. So at this point, I will actually go to Google Analytics here and show you. And I'll go to the Chrome. Okay, so there is a Google has a website. Actually, I didn't even know about this website. Only after I started teaching, I knew, oh, really? This type of website exists.
Ma'am,
So
it's not visible.
Oh, it's not? Okay, sorry. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so this is called Google Merchandise Store. When you actually click on it, it shows you different products that Google is selling. There is there is a lot of stationery, a lot of lifestyle stuff, a lot of, clothes and all Google brand stuff. So I didn't even know this one is existing. And when I'm teaching this, most of my students, half of my students don't know about this website. So look at this strategy of Google by showing us, by helping us in performing Google Analytics. They're also making their website popular, and they're actually they have really increased the conversions on their website. So on this, Google allows you to perform Google Analytics on this website for free. Okay, and that way you can learn about how Google Analytics is done. Now, in order to get access to perform Google Analytics, you have to go here to the demo account. You can just Google it, just type Google demo account, and then you come to this page where you're going to click on access demo account. Okay, and then you click on this one that says Universal Analytics Property, Google Merchandise Store. You click on this and it will take you to, you have to sign into Google first. If you're not signed in, it will make you sign in. Okay, and then once you click on it, it will actually take you to the Google Analytics page of Google Merchandise Store. So it's coming up right now. Okay, so what you see right now is you are in Google Analytics now. Okay, and what you see in front of you are numbers that are being tracked from the Google Merchandise Store. So when you enter Google Analytics, you have to look on top left. On top left, you have to see which view you are on. So when you look at it, you see here there's a demo account, and then there is Google Merchandise Store, and then there is master view. So you have to be on the demo account, you have to be on this, and then master view there. Okay, so master view is the view that will allow you to look at all the different analytics values on analytics metrics. Test view is just a view to, if you want to test some other different pages there. And raw data view, so there are some views, extra views that are given in case you want to perform testing of different pages, then you use those views. Now Google Analytics also has some other options here that they just released that they have a GA4 Google Merchandise Store. That is just another way of looking at the analytics. It's a more graphical way. So if you actually click on this one, it'll show the same analytics, but it shows it in a different form of, like, it's showing the results here, and then it's showing in visuals, different visuals of how many countries that users are coming from, which sessions. You see that it's like more a widget form of seeing your information. So but if you really want to create reports and dashboards, you should be on the UA, you should be on this one, UA Google Merchandise Store and master view. So this is where, just make sure you are actually there. You guys can try also right now. You guys can go to the Google demo account and try to check this. So in Google, Google Analytics, look at on the left side. The left side is where all your reports are and any customization you want to do. So on the left side is the real-time report, the audience report, acquisition, behavior, conversion. The real-time report, if you click on it, that will show you how many people are on that Google Merchandise Store website right now. So I am also one of these people, right? So and if you went to that website, you will be recorded. This is called real-time analytics. Not many tools have that capability of performing real-time analytics. Okay, now it is showing how many people are on the website, and it is showing how many are out of this, how many are coming from desktop, how many are coming from mobile apps, mobile devices. Okay, so they could be coming from the iPads or mobile phones, tabs, any other mobile devices. So it tells you, what does it tell? How will this benefit a website owner? Why will the website owner want to know how many are coming from desktop, how many are coming from mobile? What do you think? How will it be beneficial?
He would want to work on the display and the graphics according to that. If he sees that more of his audience is coming from their desktop or laptops, he would want to, make the graphics according to the desktop or laptop. Otherwise, he'll make it mobile friendly.
Yeah,
Can be
exactly.
one of the reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That is one of the very important reason why you would want to know. And what about promotions? If they want to do promotions of their website and then they are seeing that, oh, most of them are coming from mobile, let's say, for example, then you want to make your promotions on mobile apps, right? Or you want to place your ads, right? If they are not coming from mobile, then probably you want to concentrate only on the desktop layout design and promotions on the search engines and all of those different websites, you see. So those would be the reason. Then it is showing you which are the top active pages. That means out of these 23 people, right, there is seven of the people are coming from the home page. They are actually on the home page right now. Out of those 20, how much? 22 now. And then 3 people are right now checking out the clothes, okay, on that clothes page. And then here, 1 is coming at this page, and so on. These are all the different pages it is showing, right? So very important to know where the people are right now. This is showing the page views that are being viewed per minute. Okay, so this is called the real time. Under real time, you have locations. If you want to know how many people are actually out of those 20 people, which countries are they coming from, and then the country is given here. India is 4 right now, only 4 people on that website. France 5, and so on. Okay, so it's showing geographically here on the map too. If you drill down, if you click on India, you will see 3 from Delhi and then 1 from Jaipur. So you can easily, hover over this and see. Now, how is this helpful? Why would you want to know which countries your people are coming from? How will that be helpful to the website owner?
They will do their promotional activities accordingly.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
as they have to assign some budget for their marketing campaigns, and it will affect their budget.
Yes, exactly. So they can do marketing accordingly. Actually, it is very interesting that one of my friend, she's business owner, and when she performed Google Analytics, she didn't even know that they were her users or her customers are from these different countries. I mean, they were not buying anything, but she didn't know that she had so many people who were interested internationally, and she then started expanding the marketing, right? So you want to know the regions that the visitors or users are coming from. Then look at traffic sources and content. Okay, what are the pages, active pages, okay, that they are here, and so on. Conversions shows you how many people actually completed a purchase, the real time. So there's no one who bought anything, the real time. How many people did registrations? No one. How many entered checkout? Nothing. So all right now, the people who are on that website are just checking it out. So this is the real time report. Then you have the audience report. under the audience report, that actually tells you more about the users, these metrics. You see this? This is called metrics, right? The ones I was talking about. So there is a metrics, and then there is a dimension. So dimensions like country, city, it splits those metrics. So if you want to look at the users, it has to be with respect to some dimension. So if you want to look at how many users you have by country, you see, then you pick that dimension. So it's right now it's showing that 13,000 users were there with respect to the time frame. Look at that date range. You can always change the date range top right corner, and you can pick a larger date range, okay, and you can apply it. Then it'll change all the metrics with respect to that date range. You see that? And that's what happens. And then it's even showing you the language of the users. All right, so it's showing the browser, the operating system they are using, and now the mobile information. So all that is, you will get it under overview. Similarly, if you want to know the demographics, you can check this and look at the gender. Then if you want to know the interests, you can do that. Now, to answer Niyajar's question, so I'm going to go to acquisition. The next report is after audience is acquisition. Acquisition is what are the sources which are sending your visitors over to this website. Which source are they coming from? Which channel are they coming from? That you find under acquisition. So under acquisition, there is all traffic. All traffic, there is channels. Under channels, you will see these channels. That means these are the channels that are sending the visitors. Direct channel means that the visitor directly typed the URL of the website. So that means someone directly went here and typed googlemerchandise.com. That is direct. So that means, look at this. So there are 50,000 for that time range, for almost a month there are 50,000 people who typed googlemerchandise.com and came to that website, which is 81% of the total number of users who came for that time frame. Out of that, 45K were the new users, how many sessions they had, what is the bounce rate. The bounce rate is not bad. That means the bounce rate is 49%. I mean, it's not great, but it's not too bad also, you know. If the 50% are actually making it through and if 50% are quitting, that, you know, you can still deal with it. And you have number of pages, how many they viewed, and so on. You see all of that. What is paid search? Paid search is that they actually came through paid advertisements or paid searches, you know, on these search engines. Okay. Then display is the Google ads, the ads that Google would display. Those are the display ads that are there, and then someone clicks Google Merchandise Store and then comes to Google Merchandise Store website. Affiliates are any brands or any companies, branded companies who are doing business with Google Merchandise Store, and they are actually sending people over. Okay. Other could be different types of links that they are clicking. It could be the pop-ups or some other kind of ways that they are coming. Referral is actually the websites who are paying, okay, to send people over. So Google Merchandise Store is actually, they are not paying. The Google Merchandise Store is paying certain websites to send their traffic over to them. So those are called referral websites. If you actually click on referral website, it'll show you the one of the website like this. See, tagassistant.google.com, that's sending traffic. It sent one user over. Okay, does that answer, Nija? the question. So you can go through all of the others, okay? Then there is behavior report, which captures the behavior flow, all right? And then there is, it actually shows you where the users are actually searching, what items they are. So if you want to find out what items they are searching, you go to site search, you can go to overview, and you can look at the search terms and the search pages. So what happened is Google Analytics has stopped tracking searches. So you will see old searches. If you go to search terms, you will see some old searches there that the users searched. Like right now you're seeing nothing, but if you change it to like 3 years or 4 years, then you will see some search come up. Okay. So these are all the reports. So conversions is actually a very important report here because it shows the goals. All right. Under goals, I wanted to show you that when you click on overview, so whenever an analytical tool is set up for a website, the analyst is going to ask, how many goals do you want to track? What are your goals? So a website owner can have as many goals they want. So here for Google Merchandise Store, there are 5 goals. There is goal number 1, that is they want to track how many people converted. That means how many people did a purchase, how many were engaged users, registrations, entered, checkout. These are the 4 main goals that they are tracking. Look at this. So that shows that there are a lot of engaged users, around 8,000 engaged users for this time range. Now, there is purchase completed also, right? Now, goal number 5 is smart goals. So for demo account, it's actually not enabled. And this smart goals actually performs machine learning, and it actually tracks the path of the users on your website. And once it's enabled, and it will even predict where the users are going to go, which pages they are going to be going, and then which products they are very likely to buy, and so on. So that's machine learning there. Normally, if you have subscription and if you use Google Analytics, you will have this one, working. So that is the goals here. The next report is, if you check out this one, funnel visualization. That's another one I wanted to show. Under funnel visualization, for purchase completed goal, you can change it here. So for purchase completed goal, it is showing you the whole flow of what the visitors did before completing the purchase. It is showing you that 9,000 people actually entered the cart, but out of the 9,000, 5,900 actually quit. They exited to other pages. Some of them just exited the website and some exited to these pages. Only 3,253 went to billing. Out of the billing, only 2,475 went for payment. So look at this exit again, right? And finally, how many people converted, how many purchased was 1,695 there, which is, so what is the conversion rate? It's 18.38, right? So very important for a website owner to know this. Where are they quit? Why are they, they are exiting, and then where are they going back to? Okay, so important to know. So this is the conversion report. And the last thing what I want to show you here is customization. In customization, you can build dashboards, you can build custom reports. So see here, reports here, right? You can easily build custom reports by clicking on custom report, and you do new custom report, and then you pick a title of your report, or you pick the report name. You can pick the different types of report. Is it Explorer, meaning that the graph, the timeline that you were seeing, or is it a flat table? That means it's a table form, or is it a map? So if we select flat table, then it's asking what dimension you want to add. So if I say I want to add a dimension of age, like I want to look at Okay, so age is not coming. Let me see here. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can do device category, and under device category, you want to add other dimensions, second, third dimension, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just look at the metrics of commonly used. Let's say you want to see how many sessions were there by device category, and then also you want to see what was the bounce rate. Okay, so you add two metrics. Always remember, metrics is the column and then dimension is the row that you're splitting, right? It comes on the row. So then you can add filter if needed, otherwise you just save it. When you save it, you get this because I picked table. So this is the table form where it's showing me that by device category, all these three types of devices, these are the sessions and this is the bounce rate. So my insight, one very big insight is that there's highest bounce rate from tablet. All those who are using a tablet, they are 1,000 people right now, but they are showing highest bounce rate, right? That would give you a very good information about what's going on with the layout or maybe the design of the website or the links for people who are using tablet. Okay, so that's how you create a report. And for dashboard, you're going to go to dashboard and you can click create. These are some dashboards that I had before. You can click on create and then you can pick a blank canvas, and then you can even have a starter dashboard. If you click on starter dashboard, that gives you a template and give some meaning, some name to the dashboard. Create. The starter dashboard comes with already some suggestions for you. Do you want to look at new users? Do you want to look at sessions? These are some suggestions. And if you don't like these, and supposing you want to change something here, you can always edit. See, you go over there, you edit it. And then you edit saying, oh, I don't want to show this. You see how this one is a timeline, and you can say, I don't want to show this in the timeline. I want to show it in a table form. Okay, then it will ask you that do you want to add a dimension, so you can change it to any dimension, if you want. Okay, and then you say save. So then it'll change that widget to a table form of dimension. Okay, so this is a very good way of starting on a dashboard, and you can create these and then you can save this. So one thing is, all your work that you're creating and saving will always be there. So whenever you log into Google Analytics for Google Merchandise Store, you'll always see your saved reports there, unless you deleted them. It will be under custom reports, all the reports and dashboards you created. Okay, guys. So this is what I had, in my presentation for today. I hope it was helpful. And any questions?
Come on, students, this is the chance for you to understand even further from one of the experts.
Ma'am, can you please repeat the custom reports one, like how we calculated the visitors via mobile or tablets?
Oh, okay. How to create the custom report? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in custom report, so when you go to custom report, and this is what I created, new custom report. Okay, so here you can always, so anytime you build a custom report, you can always go back and edit it right here on top, right? So when you're editing it, so what was your question? So you wanted to find out the mobile. What was your question again? Sorry.
Ma'am, like we saw that how many visitors were coming through the mobile or how many were coming through laptop, desktop.
Yeah, here. This one, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
So you want to see how I selected it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when you go to create a custom report, it'll ask you what first thing, it'll ask you what dimension, right? What is a dimension? Dimension is what I was just showing you. Let me just cancel it. When you're looking at a report, your look at it like the left side column is always your dimension. That means the rows, where the condition with which the rows are being split is a dimension. These are metrics. So you're showing sessions and bounce rate, but with respect to what? With respect to device category, or with respect to age, with respect to country, you see that, or with respect to city. So with respect to what becomes your dimension. So you have to select a dimension, and then you can put any number of metrics that you want to show. So I'm going to go back to edit, and that's how I picked on the dimension I want to show by the device category. So I picked device category. If I don't want to show by device category, and if I want to show it by landing page, that means then I can select landing page. If I want to show sessions and bounce rate of those users with respect to the landing page that they landed on, then I select that, and then I do save. It doesn't take that long, I think, because I'm on Zoom, it takes that long. Then see, now it's showing you all the landing pages. So it's showing you so many sessions, 39,000 sessions, or close to 40,000 sessions are there on people who came from this landing page. That this is the page that they came to, the first page. And the bounce rate was this much for that landing page. You see that? And that's how you read it, and that's how you understand it, that there's so many sessions for people who had this landing page, and the bounce rate for that landing page was this. Okay, is that more clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Does Google Analytics provide any option like we have data in our Google Sheet or in our Excel? So we upload that data in Google Analytics and it will show the analysis. Does Google Analytics provide such things?
No. So you have to, when you're on Google Analytics, is through website only. But if you want to see, you can use Google Data Studio.
Okay.
There is Google Data Studio. If you just type, it's free. Google Data Studio. That is a great tool. If you want to upload any kind of data set, or it can connect to your Google Analytics data also. All right. And so you can go there, you can click on, you sign in, you can click on create, and then you can do data source. You see that data source, you click on data source, then it tells you, do you want it to get your data source from Sheets, or do you want a file upload, anything. So when you follow that, even Google Analytics, so when you follow that, it's gonna bring you to a report. Okay, like this one, I created one here. And then you can actually start creating your widgets or visuals. It'll show you all your, if you're bringing in your Excel, it'll show you all the columns on one side. Okay, and then you can start creating them. Like if I edit it, okay, here, see. So it's going to show me all my columns. Like right now I have Google Analytics data, so it's showing me all my Google Analytics data here. And then you can start working on creating reports from there. It's very easy. You can drag it, okay, and then drag it over and start creating visuals, like that. Drag it over here and then add some other fields next to it. You see that? So you can do that. So Google Data Studio is very, very helpful.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Ma'am, I have a question. Does YouTube also uses Google Analytics?
So YouTube has its own analytics. It's called YouTube Analytics. So especially if you have channels, but you can connect YouTube with Google Analytics.
As the YouTube adverts and expenses or the
Yeah,
revenue
yeah.
part, the both are interconnected, I guess.
Yes, definitely. Regarding the ads and all, yes. So YouTube becomes one of the channels, for Google Analytics. So like the channels that I showed you, am I sharing my screen? I don't know if I'm sharing. So the sources that I showed you, right? So you could have someone coming from YouTube. I think there was someone, so one of the users who was coming to Google Merchandise Store from YouTube. So YouTube can be a referral also. It can appear under referrals also. And YouTube can also be part of the display ads. So if Google is doing business, with YouTube, then it will all appear under acquisition. So when you go to acquisition and you see the all traffic and channels, then you can see it here in one. It won't be under direct, obviously. It won't be under paid search. It would be either display or maybe affiliates, or they could be referrals if there is. Okay.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome.
Ma'am, can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
Ma'am, if we create a certain website of our own, and then if we wish to link it to Google Analytics, is that possible?
Yeah, definitely. So you should do that. The only thing is that if you have a web developer, or maybe if you are the web developer, then you follow these steps of attaching Google. There are steps that Google is showing you how to connect to Google Analytics. Here, see. No, not Data Studio. Set up Google Analytics. Okay, and you have to follow these steps. Set up Google Tag Manager. You can actually get these steps. Don't get it from this Hootsuite. Go to actual Google website, the Google Analytics one, and they have set up Google Analytics. You have to set up the Tag Manager. You already have the account, and then you have to attach that JavaScript code that I showed you on one of my slides. See this. You have to install that code on every page of your website. So if you follow those, you can easily set up Google Analytics. A lot of people are using it, and you start using it for free.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome.
Ma'am, you were talking about how web analytics helps in reducing shopping cart abandonment. So, in order to do that, does it also identify the leaks that are there in the conversion?
So yes, it will identify the leaks through the conversion report, the funnel that I was showing you. So funnel is where you would know, like there was one where the cart is being abandoned, right? Let me see where and then obviously you'll have to do some more digging. Okay, here under conversions, goals, and then there is this funnel visualization. That was the one that I was showing you. So this one helps a lot in cart abandonment, because you come to know here, this is where cart abandonment is happening, right? That means if 1900 and these more almost 2000 people entered from all of these different pages, right? They entered the cart, and then when they are entering, 1200 are really exiting. So this is abandonment happening. Where are they going? Right now you can take this information and go back and go to other reports and dig in to find out how many people actually came to these pages. All right, and then what was the exit rate. You can look for the exit, or you can make your own report looking for the exit rate on these pages. And then you further dig in and you can build more reports to look at where the location of that users, which are those users, and you can just keep digging into and find where the leaks are. Well, this one immediately tells you that so many people abandoned, okay, and they went to these pages. Now you can further start building, take these metrics and build into, and you have to like dig in to find the more details on the leaks.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome.
All right. Any further questions for Dr. Sharma to answer?
Well, I just have to say that you guys are in great hands and you are learning business analytics, which is a great plus for MBA students. So don't quit. Business analytics is the future and it will give you the power. Every company wants people like these.
Right. So if there are no further questions, then this is just a memento for you.
Thank you so much.
In the COVID era, how you are remotely there. Thank you so much for joining in, Dr. Bharti. It was really an insightful session, and I definitely am hopeful that students would have learned a lot, and they will practice, so they might not be aware about these tools. And yeah, Sheena has already worked on that tool, but then majority of the students are not trained on such tools. So, and really helpful session. And it was a very practical session. So definitely that is what students are looking for in most of the courses that we teach at Delhi School of Business. So thank you so much once again. It was a pleasure listening to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sheena. All the best to you guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
All right.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, Professor Gaurav, for the memento. And if you can email that also, please, for my records.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
I will do that, definitely.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.